We also have some very exciting things going on in the new year. So all of you doodlerinos in my doodly family, hello, by the way. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel Illustrator. I'm Tor, and yes, this is the first video back into 2018. So 2017 seems to have like whooshed by in like a flash. It's gone. It's already gone. So like very many people out there in the world, I like to take this moment to like reflect on 2017, look at what goals I achieved, what I didn't, why that might have been, and then set up a whole bunch of new goals for the whole next year. And it's not like this is the time of year where this must happen. It's just I like to sit down and look at it, then cue the builders. Okay, so the goals in my old planner was a space where you could draw or write whatever you want in there. So I wanted to take a minute to like sit back and just sort of go through 2017 and pick a few things that I was really happy with illustration-y wise, like doodly, sketchy wise. And so I thought I would share those with you, because when I was looking back, I was actually kind of really surprised at how little I did. Does that make sense? I mean, I did do a lot, and at the time I was working to the max with other things going on at the same time, you know, juggling. But when I sat down and looked at what I'd actually drawn, I wasn't wowed with myself. I think I'd set the bar too high and I just struggled to reach that, I guess. So some of those top picks I will sort of play through to the side here for a second, because they are absolutely awesome. I've had fun creating all sorts of things. So most of the arty stuff that I created this time that I'm really happy with from the year 2017 actually came from October, when I was experimenting with different things and using prompts to help generate something creative from the brain. Some of them were fan arts, like Piplup was a fan art, and yeah, it's a whole bunch of fun. And I find this really interesting looking back at other people's top picks from 2017, because I like to see how they've progressed and I like to see how I've progressed, and it's just a bit fun really. If you have had like a top thing that you've created and you're really proud of that thing, why don't you share it and comment in the section below? That would be fabulous. So some of the slightly larger things that I've done this year that I'm really proud of, like things instead of like finished art pieces, was actually attending 2 cons, like Comic Cons, that I haven't been to before. Does that make sense? So I attended Leamington Comic Con and Coventry Comic Con as a seller on a table, and I will insert like a little picture also over here and a link up above that you can go and check out the sort of stuff that I learned at my very first Leamington Comic Con, because that information to me was invaluable, and I really wish I knew some of these things at the start. That would have been so helpful if I'd like thought ahead. But yeah, the more events you do, the more confidence you get in yourself, and it's sort of given me a massive poke to keep going. So I've got my diary, got my planner, and I'm like, well, I want to get in this many shows through the year, and it's as much for my confidence to keep it up there as it is to get the most I can out of my public liability insurance, because when you do these events you do need to have public liability insurance to cover yourself. A lot of these events don't actually allow you to attend without it. So some of my 2018 goals for this year will be to actually get my website live. I have been saying this for ages and ages and ages, like I need to actually do it. Like I've got a domain name, I've started building my website, I just haven't finished it. So some other things, if you just push the website away for a minute, there are a couple of other online-y based things I want to do. I want to get my Etsy up and running, because I've been threatening it for a while. It's been suggested for a while, I just haven't actually done it. I think I've just been a chicken, and it's one of those things I just need to go, right Tor, here's a day, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take some good pack shots, you're going to do some good write-ups, and you're going to find out how much postage is, so you aren't ripping yourself off and you're not ripping anyone else off. You need to find that equilibrium and all that other stuff. So that's another online-y based thing. So there's also Redbubble, which some of you guys may know about. I haven't actually touched it since 2016. I haven't advertised it, I haven't pushed it, so this year I'm going to really try and do one new thing for my Redbubble shop every month. That is my aim. I want to do at least one thing for my Redbubble every month. And I'll probably use my OCs for that, or do something typography based, because I haven't touched that for ages and I miss it. I miss doing a bit of typography and getting a bit creative with lettering. It's fun, and it's something I've ignored for a while, and it's gonna come back out again because I've got like a little book filled with quotes that just need to be created somehow, and I've got a couple of ideas already. There's some stuff that isn't even related to doing stuff online. There's some other stuff that I'd like to do, like continue trying to keep the desk relatively clean and organised between arty works. I'm very much like Bailey, where I'm just like, I'm gonna create something and it's gonna be amazing, and it's gonna be pens everywhere and paints everywhere and water pots on the side, and it will stay like that between. And I love seeing like all the Copics all pretty in their case, but at the same time I also put off putting them away. We also have some very exciting things going on in the new year. So all of you doodlerinos in my doodly family, hello by the way. I think my main highlight of 2017 has actually been doing the collaboration with Amanda, which I will again leave the links in the top bar here and in the description below, because that was so much fun. I love doing everything to do with that, like learning how to collaborate with someone else on YouTube, actually meeting, not actually in person, meeting Amanda online and chatting it through, and she was so supportive through the whole thing. So what are your 2018 goals? I know mine has been a bit online based and maybe a bit more like get yourself more linear tour based, but what are your goals? Maybe your goals are arty like mine, maybe they are things like I want to organise my bookshelf. I mean, I kind of do, but it's not one of my goals, but maybe it's one of yours. Feel free to comment them in the section below. Maybe we can help support each other through 2018. That would be really cool. So keep tuning guys, and I'll see you all next time. Just keep doodling. Bye!